All right, we're here. We made it. How's everybody doing today? Oh, it's cold out today. What's going on with this weather? Plus, it looks like rain's coming, so we're gonna get in a quick one today. We're gonna continue on the process of looking at different shots. So on Wednesday, if you were with us, we broke down and looked at the wrist shot, and we determined that wrist shots are important because they're our most versatile shot. It's the one that we use the most. It's usually the one you learn the quickest. When you're first starting out, but just because it's your if you want to call it your basic shot, just because it's your basic shot doesn't mean that it can't be powerful. And it's a huge tool in our bag because it's super accurate. You can get off your stick quickly, and it opens up a ton later down the road in terms of tips and deflections and things like that. So that's a big one to focus on. But again, it's all technique and just putting in the good reps. So today we're going to talk, and we're going to move to the backhand side. Backhand shots are just as important, and we'll talk about that why here in a little bit. But it is a little chilly out today, so we're going to get in a quick warm-up. And the way the warm-up will work is we'll do it 15-second intervals. So it'll be 3 different blocks, and we're going to start with a light jog for 15 seconds, butt kickers for 15 seconds. We'll go light jog, jumping jacks, butt kickers, all for 15 seconds each, and then we'll rest. And then we'll move on to block 2, where we'll do standing ankle pulls, and then we'll do those like 7 seconds on your left leg, 7 seconds on your right leg, and then get into lunges in place, and then knees to chest. And then the third block will be we're going to do stretching. Ooh, happy birthday, Logan. What's up, buddy? Happy birthday. Too bad we weren't on the ice. We could do the birthday ice thing. That would be super fun. I owe you one. So that third block will be arm pulls. We'll just do left one for 15 seconds. Then we will do touch our toes. Then we'll do our right one, and we'll just walk you through. So it'll be 3 blocks, 15 seconds for each thing. We'll get through, we'll do it twice, and then we'll get into shooting. So if you can find your space, that would be great, and we'll get going right away. So here we go. Ooh, look at you. You're a beast.
Absolute beauty.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, so 15 seconds. We're going to start with a light jog in place. Ready? Go. Hey, bud. How's it going? Don't touch me. You might got the corona. Okay, in 4 seconds, we're going to do jumping jacks. Okay, ready? Go. Jumping jacks. After this, you got butt kickers for 15. Butt kickers, go, 15. Touch your butt, get your heels to your butt.
Yes, master.
Come on, push through it. All right, you got to rest. Rest for 15.
Yes,
From here, right into ankle pulls. Right, so we'll do those. We'll do a lunge in place. And then we'll do chest and knees. Okay, here we go, ankle pulls. This one's going to be quick, 7 seconds on one foot, and then 7 seconds on the other. Here we go. Ready? Go. Oh my gosh.
What is that?
That was rough. Okay, switch legs. Hold it. Find your balance. Fight for it. Pull it up for that stretch. Put it down. Okay, lunge in place. Alternating legs. Ready, go. Don't let your knee touch. Get nice and close. Chest up. Be in control. And here we go. Knees to chest. Ready, go. Pull. Oh, find that balance. And rest. Okay, from here, the next one, arm pulls. Okay, so we'll go with our right arm for 15. Then we'll just walk it through. So here we go. Get ready. Right arm across. Just pull and hold. Go ahead and bend your knees, sink your butt down. Pull. Okay, so from then here, spread your legs apart, take your right arm down to your left leg.
Things going.
Okay, so you're up, left arm now, cross, and pull. Try instead of having your arm down at an angle, have it up level with your shoulders so you get that stretch. Left arm down your other foot, right foot. All right, that's number one. Now we got to go through it again. Ready? Right from the top. Ready, with your jog. Go. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Get ready for butt kickers. And go. Skip the jumping jacks this time, butt kickers. Now jumping jacks. Ready. Go, jumping jacks.
Opposites.
All right, go ahead and rest. 15 seconds. We got ankle pulls, lunge, knees to chest coming up. Ready, and go. Ankle pulls. Go ahead and put it down, do the other one. Put it down, we're going right into a lunge. And begin. And knee pulls, knee to chest.
I was on a hill. I was on a little hill and I slipped backwards because the grass was wet.
Okay, here we go. Up to your arms. Right arm over. Okay, spread them out. Right arm over. Bring it up. Left arm. Not are you? That arm up. Brush your hair this way. And down to your leg. The legs nice and wide. Stretch.
School all day. Still have.
All right. Here we go. All right, so quick warm up today, so we can get into our shooting. So let me just do a quick lap here, see who's here. Dino and Rook. Dino Felino. Brian Resch, what's up, bud? How are you been? I saw your setup the other day. A little whoop whoop whoop. I like it. Hey John, thanks for being here. I'm gonna share your link as well, get your information out there, so we'll get that going. Joe Cummings showing up late, shocker.
Of course he is.
All right, so here we go. So today we talked about backhand. So backhand shots are the thing with them for goalies, especially, like, they're very deceptive because it's comes off your stick in weird ways, different release points depending on what you're doing in your body and your hands. But the reason that backhands are there is because, like, most people don't automatically default to their backhand. You're being pushed there for a reason. So, like, if I'm a lefty, okay, so I'm here, I'm a lefty, I might stick out this way, and if I have pressure coming from this side, we got to be able to put our body between the puck and the opponent, right, to be able to use our body to protect. So it pushes us off to our backhand. So that's one reason. Another reason is going to be in tight when there's rebounds and things like that. We'll talk about those a little bit later today. But there's, like, if you watch, like, there's a lot of people have really great backhands, but we're fortunate here in Pittsburgh. We have somebody that we can see quite often, probably has one of the best in the game, and everybody says it's so easy. If you watch practically any game, you're going to see Sidney Crosby have some kind of crazy backhand, and there's highlight reels of backhands and shootouts and things like that. So that's something that I'm sure that he works on consistently and all the time, because I realize it's it's another tool in your bag that sets you apart from everybody else. So much like we did with the wrist shot, I want to think about what we're doing. So I want you to take a minute here and take a number of backhand shots on your net or on your wall, whatever you have, and think about what you're doing. And we'll do that same process with what we did with the wrist shots, where we'll think it back from the net and determine what the steps are, and kind of isolate the steps, and then go through all of those steps, and then try to put it together and see if we can be a little bit better. So go ahead, take a number of shots, think about what you're doing as you're doing it, and we'll come back to you in a couple seconds.
Oh, that was terrible.
Nice one.
Nice.
Okay, so watching Landon, there's a couple things that we'll point out as we go. Common areas that we can be a little bit better technically. But so think about what you were doing, and I know we're on a delay, so it's going to be hard for that interaction here. But go ahead and type it in. You know, think about. I am a human. I am real. Okay. Yeah, who knows? Okay, so.
You were right about my hair.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, so similar to the wrist shot, we have to understand what our hands are doing first. So there's a push pull. There's a push pull relationship here that we have to think about from a wrist shot or from a backhand shot perspective. So your bottom hand is going to be your hand that's really just pulling the puck towards the net. Okay, but a lot of our power is from a backhand perspective is going to come from our top hand here. So our bottom hand is pulling the puck towards the net. Our top hand is going to be, I always talk about, we're punching into the ice. Okay, so when I start out, we're here and we're pulling the puck, and then my top hand has got to be, hands are away from your body. So as we hit that release point, your top hand is punching down towards the ice, right? Like that's kind of the starting point for me, is we're gonna punch into the ice, and it's a little bit more complicated than that, and we'll address that here in a second. But so to start, I just want you to have that puck in line with your. We're gonna have our feet facing the puck for now. We're gonna have that puck at our front foot, kind of that little release point, and we're gonna just from here. We're not gonna wind up. We're just using our hands only. So we're just gonna pull with our bottom hand and then punch down with our top. So we're here and just driving our hands stick towards the net. Okay, so we're here and just driving towards the net. And don't worry about, right now, don't worry about aiming or what's happening with your stick. Just try to focus on this pull and your top hand relationship with the punch. Okay? Woo. Okay, so when we said before, it's pull and then punch. Your top hand almost, like when you're doing a wrist shot, you gotta kind of snap your hands through. When you're in that backhand, you still have that snap. So as we're punching, it's also like a wrist, for me, I feel like there's a little bit of a wrist rotation as well to try to snap the blade of your stick as you're pulling through. So popcorns. So as you're here again, okay, we're punching, but I'm also feeling a little bit of a snap with our wrist. It's going to help us turn over our stick blade, because if we're just here, we talked about it with the wrist shot. When we're here, we're closed over our stick, and as we're coming up to release, we open up, and if we don't do something with our top hand again, we're opening the blade of our stick. So it's the same with the backhand. If I just punch down, like I'm just opening my stick blade, which is going to be helpful in some situations, but if we're far away from the net, we're trying to generate power to cover distance, we got to be able, as we're coming, we got to be able to snap and roll our wrists the other way, I guess, right? So we're going to be here. Okay, so that was part one. Part two, we said we're not just shooting with our hands, right? We got to use our weight transfer, our whole body, our legs. So now you're going to be from part one, and you're going to pull it back a little bit. And remember, as we're coming through, okay, our head is over our feet, our nose are over our toes. We're not reaching too far out with our stick for our puck. It's going to be kind of right in a good, comfortable position. But as we're coming through, we have that weight transfer. We have to be mindful what's happening with our stick blade. So we're closing, getting here to open. That's where we're going to start to push, top hand punch, and drive. Okay, so we're here. Pull it back. Drive into your shot. Like push your weight towards the net. So bam. And keep driving towards where we want the puck to go. Like push momentum towards the net. Okay? So we'll do this a couple times. Again, don't worry about aim, stick, anything like that. Just work on this little movement. Lando, you up?
Yeah.
Okay. Orlando.
I know, man. Touch your stack. Oh, that was absolute dust.
All right. One more, Lando.
Okay.
Okay, so if we call this, step one or point one or whatever it is, from net to here is release point. Hands are pulling, pushing. I talked about now trying to manipulate your blade with your hands to close it back. We focus in on getting that weight transfer to come through. Now we need to think about, we've done those things. Now we need to think about picking spots where you want to shoot. So we can't just bury our head and focus on the puck. And I know that in most of these situations with backhand, you're going to be under pressure, a little bit of stress from an opponent, and this is where you got to be confident with where the feel of the puck on your stick in relation to your feet and all those things. You got to be confident with where it's at and your handling abilities, because now we got to get our head up and start to pick spots on the net, right? So,
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I'm going back inside.
All right.
I just wanted to say hi.
All right, wave. See, that's awesome.
No.
Get out of here. Okay, so now we have to have our head up and find those spots. And here's where, I think it's helpful if as we're driving, we're using our shoulder to drive towards the net. Keeps us up and over, right? But as we're coming through, we want to aim with where we're going, right? So a lot of times when we're doing shots on the ice, we see kids are coming up and they're coming way high. They're trying to get the puck up, right? Which is good because they have their stick open, so they're getting underneath their puck. But now once they get to here, a lot of their energy and momentum is going towards the ceiling, right? We need that momentum on the puck to go towards the net. So as we're driving, drive your stick to where you want the puck to go, right? So again, these are kind of shots from long out where we're trying to get as much inertia on the puck as possible. You like that? You like that? Inertia. Right? So we're here, and we're driving, right? So now...
That's right in the chest, not gonna lie,
yeah,
though.
right in the chest.
Logo.
Okay? But now we also have to be mindful of not over it's okay to over rotate and get a little bit more whip in there, right? But if we're just doing it mainly from our hips, that makes a huge noise. Okay. If we're doing it mainly from our hips, again, puck's gonna loop out on us, and a lot of our weight's coming through here, and we're not using our weight appropriately, right? So drive and try to finish as we're going, okay? And again, you want to finish low, drive low. You want to finish higher, you got to drive your puck a little bit higher.
You won't take it to China.
Huh?
I said you won't take it to China.
All right, let's see you
Okay.
take it to China. What does that even mean?
Oh yeah. Way up. No, doesn't hit the net. It's gone.
Oh. I'm not trying to hit it.
Hey. Low. That was low. Alright, high. Popcorns.
Okay, go on.
Logo. Low.
Missing that from 3 feet.
High.
Okay, we got one more, then we're gonna pick up the pucks and we're gonna move it in tight. Okay, so okay, so we said before, like backhands, you know, typically you're either going to be far out protecting the puck, or you're going to be in tight off of rebound situations. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different in your like the shot setup and like what you're trying to do. So here we're going to bring in the shooting surface will be nice and tight, and here we're going to talk about, you know, this is probably going to be like a rebound situation where the puck's tight into our feet and the goalie's made the save. Typically after he's made the save, he's going to be on the ice, and we gotta laterally adjust ourselves so we're not shooting right back into the goalie. But then goalies now, they're so good, you know, covering the bottom of the net with butterfly and things like that. We got to find ways to get outside their body and then throw our hands to the roof and put the puck upstairs. So we're going to focus on that here in a second.
Too bad boys are absolute beauties.
Let's see. We're going to move you. Hopefully you've had your Dramamine. Okay, so the difference here is going to be, again, the goalie's down and out, right? But we're gonna block it from the beginning again. This time, it's gonna be easier if the puck is a little bit further in front of your feet, so it allows you to get up and underneath the puck a little bit better, right? So it allows you to kind of open your stick blade a little bit away from the puck, and then to try to get back under it. So we're going to be back to where we were. This time toes facing the net, or I'm sorry, toes facing the puck again. We're going to have the puck a little bit in front of our foot, and we're just trying to get up and under and throw it to the roof, right? So we're here, and we're not driving hard this way. It's kind of like I always joke with the kids on the ice, like think like you're shoveling snow, right? You're trying to throw snow up over the bushes. So we're here, and we're just trying to get up and under, and not back to your face, up and under, and just throw those hands and that stick blade right to the roof. Okay, one more. We'll let Lando go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, step one here, don't worry about the weight transfer. You're not gonna have time to get it back, so it's right in front of your foot already, and just jab under, get under that puck and then throw it right to the roof. There you go. Stick it. There you go. Okay, so again, this is like when you're in tight. Okay, there's been a rebound, and we're just trying to get the puck up and quick. So like the next progression out of that would be if you're here, like this could very well happen where the puck sets up on you with your toes like this, but a lot of times you've just shot the puck, your toes are facing towards the net, or there's been a shot from the top. We've done a quick rebound or a little tip. We got to turn and find pucks quickly. So this time I want us to set up. We're gonna still focus on backhand, where we're gonna be toes facing the net, but this time we're gonna catch, pull it outside our body, and shot. Okay, so we're gonna catch, pull. So it's just gonna be quick. On push, catch, to collect, and then as we're pulling, opening our stick, here, catch, and stand you up. Why don't you move over here so you have more room?
Okay.
Right? Depending if if you don't have a lot of space to work with, move your body to the far side so you have room to expand on your backhand. Expand towards your backhand, move over a little bit more. See, this is where it would be good, depending on what your setup is at home. Like if you had a wall, or if you're lucky enough to have some kind of rebounding situation, where you could, think about giving yourself a little, replicate a shot, so it rebounds out to you, so you have to collect. Right. So think about, like how can you make this a game situation for yourself? So it'd be great if you had a rebounder that you can rebound to yourself. If you have a partner, right, that you're working with, maybe they can give you. Randall?
Yeah.
If you have a partner, maybe they can give you a little. So we're here. He gives us a little rebound, catch, bam. Right?
Yeah, I was just leaning in a little too far.
Yeah. So it's a rebound, catch, backhands. We're still trying to get it up and over. That was going through somebody's window. Okay. Fernando, you want to take a couple?
Yeah.
That's a rebound.
Why not?
Hold on.
I thought I was getting a
Okay,
weird
ready?
rebound.
Here we go.
Alright, this is it.
There you go. Okay. So also while we're in tight, so couple, like early in the week, last week, maybe it was late last week, we started working on, when we were stick handling, lifting the puck or the ball up over the stick, right, to like little self taps, like you're going to use that in this next thing here. So again, we're still in tight. We focus on backhands, backhand rebounds, throwing the puck to the net. Now let's talk about doing it from the forehand, right? Because you're going to be situations where you have to get to your forehand. So it's the same concept from the forehand, where pucks are going to be above your feet, and we're opening our stick blade, and we're just thinking about bam, right up underneath. So and keep your stick blade open and just raise to the roof. Okay, so you can just be with a couple toes facing the net, hockey position. Woo.
Oh, you hit the fence.
That was
Come
up
on,
and over.
dude.
Okay, and then progress that from there. Progress it to where you have. Try to get some motion. Woo.
Oh, come on.
And then try to do it where you can pick corners.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Listen, the best thing about being a talker is you gotta be able to back it up.
Hey, ah!
Woo! That's funny. Ready? Right to the roof. All right. That never really happened, by the way. It's all movie magic. Never happened. So listen, again, backhands. You know, it's something that we don't obviously like. When we get on the ice, usually in those first couple 5 minutes, everybody gets out. They try to find a puck. Everybody's trying to take wrist shots. You never see anybody taking backhand shots. So this would be another situation where you could spend that time wisely to work on things that don't come naturally, and yeah, right?
Yeah.
Don't come naturally, and whether it be your stick handling, whether it be a backhand shot, whether it be separating your hands from your feet, like we did with our stick handling inside, where you have your stick on one side and you're crossing over the opposite direction. So what I would like to do, it's Friday, what I'd like to do is give you some homework and ask you or your parents to email me like a 10-15 second video clip, okay? Because I'd like to put something together to send out to everybody, but like here's how it would work. So all of the stick handling things that we've worked on to this point. You off to your class?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Lando.
Yeah.
Sorry about your bum.
Fine.
So all of the stick handling patterns that we've worked on, think about which one you like or which one was challenging, something that kind of spoke to you, and you can pick that one, okay? And what I'd like you to do is put on your jersey. If you're a Colonial, throw on your Colonial jersey, or if you're a Fox or a Rink Rat or a Phantom. We've seen Phantoms here, some Wildcats kids. Throw on your jersey, and I'd like you to just do like a 10-15 second stick handling clip and have them send it, and I'll mash it all together and we'll send out something cool. But to start it, we need the puck or your ball, doesn't matter, to come in from either come in from this side, and you start your stick handling series, or come in from this side and you start your stick handling series. Do it for 10-15 seconds and then pass it off to somebody else. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen these. They've been going around crazily, but let's try to do it with us. So whether you do whether you set up where you had your 5 stick handling spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you stick handle in each, right? Or you set up where we jumped up over those sticks, or you do your on the X stick handle, up stick handle, or you're doing your figure 8s, whatever it is, some kind of stick handling thing. 10-15 seconds, make one up for yourself. You could juggle the puck or the ball, whatever it is, right? Juggle, whatever you like, but send it, please. That's the homework for the weekend. Let's put Sunday at 5 p.m. as the deadline. Okay, so email me, Butterbah, BUTERBAUGH. Don't send it here. Send it right to my email. That way I can quickly grab it and throw it together. All right. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday. All right. Later.